Ready for our next professional MMA bout. It's presented by Fox and Hound. It's a bantamweight bout at 135 pounds. It features Josh Carter at 4-2, fighting out of the D-Evil MMA camp in the Tri-Cities of Johnson City, Tennessee, taking on Ronnie the Heat Lawrence, making his pro debut. He fights out of TBJJ out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Our next professional MMA bout here at Camp Jordan Arena in Chattanooga, Tennessee, alongside Casey Oxendine from Team Oxendine. I am Vince Ferrara. Our cage announcer is Cody Gwynn. And looks like we are ready for our next bout and our fighter introductions. Let's go back to the cage and Cody Gwynn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your featured professional bout of the evening. And it will be in the Valor Pro Bantamweight division, brought to you by Fox and Hound, official weigh-in spot of Valor Fights 28. Please welcome the cage first, fighting out of the Hogs red corner, Josh Carter.
Josh Carter coming out first. Moto Besta is Josh Carter's nickname. He's 4-2 out of the D-Evil MMA camp in Johnson City, Tennessee. How about the trainers? Tell us a little bit about Josh Carter.
I know both them trainers. I know Dustin Walden and I know Caleb Cup. They're great trainers. They're great kickboxing instructors. And, you know, I work with those guys a whole lot. I work a whole lot with, you know, with Adam in the past and with Jonathan. Those guys are amazing. And the fact that Josh has moved down there and trained with them, it's the best move he's made, because those guys have really honed him to really move to that next level. And, you know, I'm excited to see him in action here tonight and see that next level. But I'll tell you what, Ronnie Lawrence, the Heat, he is a very, very tough individual. This is a lot of people are talking about this being the fight of the night right here. Like it's the underdog underneath the main event, if you will.
Well, you talked about the camp, Adam Primetime Townsend, Jonathan Pierce. You trained by Dustin Walden and Caleb Cup. Prior to that, he trained at Fit Factory under Gene Clegg.
Yep.
Now, tell us a little bit more about Ronnie Lawrence.
You know, Ronnie Lawrence, he's a guy that's been around. Of course, you know, he started kickboxing at 17 years old, and he has then, you know, run across the ISKA, you know, as far as kickboxing. He held all sorts of titles there.
Yep.
And, of course, you know, he's a three-stripe purple belt in San Shao, which is, you know, remember back in the day, it was the Muay Thai along with throws. It's very beautiful art. So, you know.
All right, Carter's in the cage. Back to Cody Gwynn.
Please welcome his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner, Ronnie Lawrence.
You were saying, Casey?
Now, they're talking about, so, you know, okay, so Ronnie Lawrence holds a win over Solon Staley. Okay, Solon Staley holds a win over Josh Carter. Okay, so by association, they're saying, well, you know, that could possibly put Ronnie Lawrence, you know, at the advantage, but you got to take into account everything. This is a fight, man. Styles make matchups. You know, you remember back in the day, you had Roberto Duran, you had Tommy Hearns, you had Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler, and they went back and forth, you know, because of the styles.
Take a look at the tail of the tape. Carter, 4-2 in his career. Ronnie Lawrence making his pro debut. Lawrence, 4 years younger than Josh Carter. Also 3 inches shorter than Josh Carter. Carter weighed in 2 pounds heavier than Ronnie Lawrence. Josh Carter won his last bout over Calvin Martin. That was in earlier this summer in 2015. He won via submission rear naked choke in the second round. Prior to that, he had suffered 2 straight defeats to C.J. Hamilton and Solon Staley, as you mentioned, Casey, and he won his first 3 professional fights over James Douglas, Zachary Hicks, and Richard Caruso.
Okay, well, you know, and like I said, you know, all those losses, they mean something, but they don't really mean anything once it comes down to it, because now, you know, both guys have won, you've got Ronnie Lawrence, who hasn't fought in 2 years almost, you know, and or more than 2 years. And then you have Josh Carter, who has really upped his training. So again, that makes, you know, it makes people wonder what really is going to happen in this fight, and it makes for great, you know, a great matchup to possibly transpire here.
Ronnie Lawrence said this about Josh Carter: my opponent is a tough fighter with a lot of heart, but he's kind of loose with sloppy striking. Josh Carter certainly has the advantage in terms of his professional background.
Well, I definitely say the question here is there going to be ring rust from Lawrence, and how much better has Josh Carter gotten?
Lawrence is in the cage. We go back there, and Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your featured pro bout tonight at Valor 28 will be in the bantamweight division, brought to you by Fox and Hound. When the action begins, your referee in charge of this bout is Josh Ward. Introducing first, fighting out of the Hog's red corner. He enters the cage tonight with a pro record, 4 wins with only 2 defeats. He weighed in 137 pounds, fighting out of D Evil MMA in Johnson City, Tennessee, Moto Besta, Josh Carter. Standing across the cage, fighting night out of the OEB blue corner. Tonight, he makes his pro debut. He weighed in 135 pounds, fighting out of the Tennessee Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Ronnie the Heat Lawrence.
Josh Ward, our referee in this bout, presented by Fox and Hound. Bantamweight bout at 135. It's Josh Carter in the black and gold trunks, 4-2 out of Johnson City, Tennessee, taking on Ronnie Lawrence in his pro debut out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the blue trunks. We are underway.
Here we
3
go.
5-minute rounds.
The southpaw Josh Carter. He throws the first strike of the fight.
Lawrence is undefeated as an amateur. Oh,
Wow.
nice kick
Making
by
a statement there is Josh Carter.
chin up by Lawrence.
Oh, nice straight right there to the body. Everything's so crisp here.
Yeah.
These bantamweights, they move so fast and they're so precise.
Seen a varied attack from both. 45 seconds into round number 1.
Big shot there. Ronnie Lawrence, straight right.
See Lawrence chopping away at that front leg of Carter. Oh, big head kick by
But
Lawrence.
blocked by Carter. He was unaffected by that whatsoever, but made a really nasty sound. I'm sure it didn't feel good.
Lucky for him, that made the sound off the glove as opposed to the head.
Oh, that was
he
right
shot
to the body. That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot, and it's all done.
Wow.
Ronnie Lawrence victorious in his pro debut. Wow, that was right to the liver, or so it appears. Man, wow.
Lawrence, unbelievable
Carter
finish.
absolutely crumbled to that shot. That could be a broken rib. It's either the liver or it's a broken rib, but it was absolutely devastating.
Oh, what a kick by Lawrence, who did a complete flip. Then he hopped to the top of the cage.
Dude, I thought he was coming over after us, bro.
Ronnie Lawrence, the heat, and he brought it. Take us through the finish
Here we go.
on the replay here.
And again, it was that spinning back kick right there. And it was low. I mean, it wasn't even liver. It was right there low to the solar plexus, and it ripped through Josh Carter. Such power out of Ronnie the Heat Lawrence. This guy, he has such a future in this sport.
Unbelievable. The 23-year-old wins his pro debut. He ran through the competition in the amateur ranks, though. Last time out as an amateur, beat Sammy Lua, but undefeated for Ronnie Lawrence. Really, really impressive. And Carter is back up. He was game. He was fighting pretty well. when that fight came to an end in the first round. What an exciting win for Ronnie Lawrence. All right, let's take it back to the cage for our decision announcement. Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Ward has got a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 34 seconds into the first round. Your winner by TKO, Ronnie the Heat Lawrence.
Ronnie Lawrence brought the heat tonight, and he wins his pro MMA debut. Josh Carter falls to 4-3. Well, the fans love that one, Casey.
Wow, it was, it was almost subtle. He spun. It wasn't a big showstopper. He threw that head kick earlier, and everybody was like, wow, it didn't even face Josh Carter. And then he throws that spinning back kick, and it was so precise and landed. Props to Ronnie Lawrence on a big win in his debut.
One of the top prospects in the nation. You're seeing him right there. Has more photo opportunity with the ring girls. For Ronnie Lawrence, flashing that smile as he wins his pro debut and looked good doing it. Cody Gwynn's going to catch up with Ronnie Lawrence.
It's been 2 years since you stepped inside the cage. It's been a long time coming for a pro debut. You come in here and you look just as spectacular as when you left. How'd you feel tonight?
I was a little more nervous than I thought I'd be, I guess. I came out, felt like my feet were in quicksand a little bit, I guess. I was a little shocked, but I woke up.
Yeah, I think woke up might be a little bit of an understatement, just a little. You came in, we've all seen you spin before. You caught him with a nice kick, and it just shut him down. Was the game plan to stay on your feet, throw some nice kicks, or did you really have the game plan for this fight?
I've changed my game a lot, worked a lot of wrestling. We were going to go for the takedown if it was there, but I'm a striker at heart because of all the bad habits of just staying on my feet all these years. So that was kind of the game plan, and then we'd go from there,
Bad habits look pretty good tonight. What's next for Ronnie Lawrence? It's been a long time since all these fans have seen you. I'm sure now they want to see more of you. What's next?
Hey, you guys want me back? All right, then. Let's get some money.
Who do you want to thank, Ronnie?
I'd like to thank all my coaches, everybody at Tennessee Prestigious Academy. I'd have to especially thank Earl Medley in the last 2 years. He's helped me get through a lot of things in my life as a man and as a fighter. And I'd like to thank my girlfriend. She helps me every morning. She makes my food. She washes all my clothes. She gets me through. And I'd like to thank everybody that came out. And I also like to thank Valor Fights and my sponsors, Strong Money Nutrition and Maximize Living.
Well, with all these people, can't wait to have you back. Ronnie Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen.